Okay, I know what you're thinking. It's 2021. You're doing a review on PUBG in 2021. What are you, backwards? And to that, I say, yuck foo. Look, I'm almost 40. I've been a gamer since before being a gamer was a thing. It's been in my DNA. I went to school to be a game designer. I have never picked up and played a game without looking at every aspect of it. I watch people play games that I'm interested in. I pay attention to, industry news and things that are coming out years ahead. For example, DayZ, I was aware of that well before it became its own thing. And I was watching content and looking at things about it before I even got a chance to play it. Same goes for PUBG. I'm a huge fan of the idea of a battle royale, and PUBG, for better or worse, and despite some technicalities, they've pretty much, I don't want to say I will not say they invented, but they definitely created what became the foundation for the battle royale style of video game, and it spawned, things like Fortnite and Apex, and Call of Duty got in on it, and H1Z1, even extending into styles of gameplay that are more roguelike, such as Hunt Showdown or Escape from Tarkov, those sort of games. But really, PUBG was the first to really get big and bring it all together in a way that put everybody, a large amount of people on one map, and one man standing or one team standing at the end. And really they were the first to do it in the way that's pretty much like I said, built the foundation, built the formula, and from there it's expanded. Personally, I never played PUBG. I actually, the first time I played a battle royale would probably be Blackout on Call of Duty. I played Blackout, loved it. Not a huge fan of PvP as far as like multiplayer or Call of Duty style goes, but I love the idea of a slower paced battle royale situation. We played that for a lot of time, and it was great. Warzone, put some time into that. I could never get into Fortnite. It's a great game. I could give it its own review. But I just personally, I don't like it. And so I never played that. And then I actually, ironically, or whatever you want to call it, I started playing this game called Super Animal Royale, which is a 2D top-down stick shooter battle royale. And it's very simple, it's free to play. And I started playing that because I was in the mood for a battle royale, but I didn't want to play any of the ones that I've already mentioned. Well, that led me to being like, you know what? Maybe I should try some PUBG. And here I am, 2021. I just started playing PUBG for the first time. The game's old. The game has its issues. But for a newcomer coming into it, I think it's great. I'll get to the points of why I think it's great and why I'm playing it now and choose it over some of the others. But basically, it was free on PS Plus, and I had added it to my library, as I always do, because even if I don't download a game, if you have PlayStation Plus, always add those free games to your library. You'll always just, have something later that you can download and play when you get bored and you don't have anything else. That was the case this time. I was like, oh, good thing I have that, so I downloaded it from my library. It's also on PlayStation Now, so if you have PS Now, you have access to it. Otherwise, PUBG is not free to play. It does cost money. I will say this, because of the age of the game and the niche of the gameplay, whether or not you spent money on it and whether or not the price of admission is worth it to you, that depends on you. As far as me having access to it through PlayStation Plus or PS Now, and it being free that way, that's great. So right off the bat, get into, you know, if it's worth the price to you for this sort of gameplay. You're probably already playing it and you know about it. But this video is honestly more for people like me who are stumbling upon it for the first time. You're well aware of it, just like I've always been. I watch Doc, I watch Shroud, I watch, you know, a bunch of those guys who've played PUBG for a long time and made it as big as it was, or still is. And so, you know, you could be aware of something and not play it. I finally got around to playing it, and I fucking love it. The game is hard. When you're playing against, like, humans, it's hard as shit. You die a lot. You don't make it very far, and then a lot of times, you make it really far, and then die immediately. So, that's the way the game works. It has a lot of in-game transactions as far as cosmetic shit goes. You know how that is. You don't have to mess with that at all. You can just play the game. It has ranked. It has, you know, solo, duo, squads. It has its own, like, deathmatch type gameplay. If you want to play, like, they call it arcade. There's a lot of options. There's custom game types. And so, you know, it still offers a lot in the arena of the game's, you know, the battle arena type. It doesn't feel dated to me. The reason I actually went to it is because I kind of don't like the arcadey style of gunplay that you get with Apex, you get with Fortnite. I like the more realistic. I am more of a player of, like, DayZ. The gunplay in that is as realistic as you can get in a video setting. Call of Duty and Battlefield get close, but they still have that arcadey feel. Like, you still feel like it's a game in the sense of, like, how the gunplay works. It's more of a dance, where this is more realistic. Like, this is more like a lucky shot can end your day, you know. Just like DayZ, you could be geared as, you know, geared to the hilt, and a guy with a 380 can come around a corner or pop out of a bush and just pop you in the head and get that lucky shot or whatever, and it's all over. And I like that. I like the gunplay to feel more skill-based, position-based, and situational based, you know. Like, there's not, you know, you get armor, you get things like that, but they're not super armor. It's not like video game. It's realistic. Like, it does a little bit of absorption of bullets and whatnot, but also you could get cracked in the head or in the leg and it doesn't matter. So, you know, there's a realism to it. There's a realism to the gunplay, and if you're used to the arcadey style and the super auto aim style of most first-person shooter style games, then, you know, it's gonna feel weird at first. The controls are really fucking weird. By default, you have to go in and change the controls to work in a way that is more similar to most games. I use control type B, I believe, and that is the most comfortable feeling, I would say. Otherwise, though, I came to this because I was in the mood for a battle royale, and I figured, why not go back to the classic, the one that kind of, like I said, put the foundation in for what everybody's playing nowadays. And I'm not dissatisfied at all. I love the gameplay, I love the gunplay, I love the size of the maps. I love that there are a handful of maps, and so you're not getting the same shit over and over. You're not, like, finding your same route over and over. It feels different every time I play it, and as it should be. No match is the same. There are plenty of times where I've gotten my ass kicked immediately. There's plenty of times where I've been geared up and gotten my ass kicked immediately, and then vice versa. I've gotten a few wins under my belt. I mostly play solo or duos with my buddy, and on the casual matches we do great. On the, you know, real human matches, we do so. I'm not trying to be an esports professional here, but the game's fun and I enjoy the play. Like, it's one of those few games where I don't mind dying. I don't mind, you know, as long as something cool happened in the match, I'm happy. And this game offers a lot of, you know, opportunity for something cool to happen in the match. Um, there's not much more to say. Like any other game, it's old, so they've fixed most bugs. It's on the console, so it's not optimized for consoles. It's made for PC. You can tell that when you play it, just like other games that get ported from PC onto console. You can tell, and that's okay sometimes. Like if you know that or you're used to that, then it's not a big deal. It's just part of that type of game, and that's what this is. It wasn't developed for the console, and it looks like a new company bought PUBG, and they're like revitalizing some of it. So it looks like there's still quite a future left for this game, as far as just the game itself goes and being supported by developers. It's got a huge community still, so there's no drawbacks other than it's an older game, and it depends on what you're looking for. But if you're looking for that like super fast paced, like Apex Legends, sliding and jumping and grappling around and using your special powers and shit, like, yeah, you're not getting that here. If you're looking for the the same thing like Fortnite, the cartoony hopping around, all the different characters and different things, that make it great, but it's its own thing. It doesn't have any of that. This is just basic, straightforward, solid gunplay, solid survival situations and awareness, and put your headset on, turn it up, make sure you got a nice quiet environment so you can focus and get a good buddy, and you will do really well in this game. You've got to be aware of it by now, obviously. Most people are. Even I was. Like I said, I've been aware of this game forever. I just now got around to playing it, and I can't be the only one. And maybe you're on the fence, and maybe you're like, yeah, PUBG, but everybody who plays it is professionals and this and that. And it's like, do you want a normal, regular guy's opinion in 2021? I think PUBG is actually really good. It still stands out with the rest of them. Watch a guy like Doc or Shroud. Doc's put thousands, hundreds of hours into this game. Of course he's going to talk shit about the minutia of the game. Of course he's got his own little gripes about it, because he's spent so much time with it. He has nothing left to do but like break down the minutia. And if you listen to that, you might get the wrong idea, but at heart he loves the game. Otherwise he wouldn't have spent that much time in it. A lot of people love the game. It's got solid gameplay that you cannot get anywhere else for my money. And speaking of money, like I said, if you have PlayStation Now, you've already got this. If you have PlayStation Plus for like the longest time ever and you've been adding games to your library, then this is one of the games that should be in there. And give it a try. Otherwise, what are you still doing here, man? This isn't for you. You're probably already playing the game. If not, go. Try it out. Like I said, it's pretty good if you like good, solid gunplay. That's why I got into it. Solid gunplay. If you want to spend some money, you can spend money looking cool or doing dances, whatever. Otherwise, you can just play the game, and there's no pay to win. There's just pay to look cool, and that's the best kind of, if you're going to do microtransactions, I think it should always be just pay to look cool. Not pay to win. And you don't get pay to win here. You get pay to look cool. I said it 4 times, so that should sink in. There you go. Otherwise, as always, check out my other shit. I have plenty of other reviews. I've been making some highlight videos and some win videos from PUBG itself if you want to see what that's like. Otherwise, I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share it with your mom, all those things. And we will see you on the next time. Love you guys. Bye! What are you waiting for? Subscribe, bitch!